Welcome everyone to Howay the MAG. Welcome to a new show here on Newcastle Fans TV. This show is made by me for you, the fans. As you probably already know, we have the best fan base in all of the world. We have the best supporters. You know it if you walk into the St. James's Park that we are the best fans all around the world. So that's why I wanted to make a video or videos, a series of videos for the fans, because now we are all seen as like one big crowd, and I want to show the face behind all those fans. I know probably all of the fans have their own personal story, personal experiences, and I would love to hear them. I would love to hear about the crazy stories, funny stories, maybe sad stories as well, who knows, you know. So yeah, I just have some questions prepared for fans. I hope it will be a nice series throughout. So we will now switch to our guest. I hope you enjoyed the video. So everyone, here is our first guest of Howay the MAG. This is Sam West. He's probably already known by some of the fans as he writes articles for our website. He did the last 2 weeks, is it, Sam? You wrote some blogs for the website?
Couple of blogs about the current state of the club, and I usually write a match report at the end of the games. Before tuning in to your channel on YouTube, I'll write up my article. In fact, to be fair, I usually have Newcastle Fans TV playing in the background as I'm writing. But try to do my best with the articles.
You do, man, and thank you so much for writing those blogs.
No problem.
Really
it's a pleasure.
Just a small thing though. It's not me channel. It's all of us. Well,
it's all of you. Yeah. I meant you was in the channel.
Right. Got it. So yeah, first I want to start off, man. Can you introduce yourself? We know you are Sam West, but can you tell me a little bit about yourself? How old are you, or where you're from?
Well, I'm 26, and 27 in August, same day as Alan Shearer. Just throw that out there. 13th of August. Obviously he's not 27. I wish it were. We need a striker like him.
Playing for us,
yeah. But as you can tell by my accent, I'm not from Newcastle. I'm actually from Yorkshire, in Pontefract. I was born there, live in a small town next to it called Nottingley. That's it really.
What you do for work?
I work in security at an abattoir, supply meat for Waitrose and stuff like that. I don't have to do the whole, slaughtering her out like that. I don't have any blood on my hands. It's not physically.
That's good though. And are you married, or are you in a relationship, your children? Or, well, you're 26, I don't think so that you're married already, but who knows?
No, I'm engaged, not married.
Okay, and she's a Newcastle fan.
Call of Duty. Oh, that's
really?
right.
She's a Newcastle fan as well.
She's not really a football fan, but she wears all my dressing gowns and my jackets and stuff like that. So she'll walk around with Newcastle on, but she's not really a fan.
She wears your dressing gown. Is she related to Liam in any case?
She what? Sorry.
He's in any way related to Liam of the Newcastle Fans TV channel.
No, she'll. It's a Newcastle dressing gown, like it's black and white, and that it's not that nice grey one that he's got.
Yeah, I dream about it sometimes, about his dressing gown. But anyway, my first question actually after the introduction is like a very basic one. How long do you support Newcastle United, roughly?
Um, I couldn't really put a number on it, but my grandparents from Newcastle and that, so they brought me up really to support Newcastle. So apparently, my grandparents used to own a pub here in Nottingham, and I once snuck behind the bar, got a bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale out from the fridge, and I was just shouting Shearer. Apparently, I was like 2 years old, so I guess you could say 24 years going by that.
That's pretty long, mate. It's way longer than me, much more longer. So yeah, actually, next one is I'm not sure with you if you're a season ticket holder, but
No, I wish but no,
Because how-
living like 100 miles away now, or however long it is, don't actually drive just yet. I mean, I would do. I really do want to be a season ticket holder, but with a job as well, I sometimes work weekends. So it's like, would a season ticket be?
you wouldn't be
Would I be
able
able
to
to
attend.
use it? Yeah, yeah.
So how long is the drive from yours to Newcastle?
About an hour and a half, I'd say, something like that.
Not that bad. It's not that bad.
No.
But if you work on weekends and you have to go to Newcastle and back again and work next day again as well, it can be tough.
Yeah.
But you will be attending games again when we are allowed back in the stadium, I guess, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Good to hear that. Coming to the next question. What was your first game you watched or attended, or if you can remember anyway?
I've got a memory of the first one I ever attended. It was my granddad who took me. 'Cause he lives in Nottingham as well, and if I remember rightly, because I was very, very young, if I remember rightly, it was a 0-0 draw with Middlesbrough, I think it was. I got to see Shearer play, and I don't know if I've made this memory up in me yet because I really wanted it to happen, but I think I saw Shearer. No, I'm pretty sure I saw Shearer put the ball in the back of the net, and it were offside. But that's my earliest memory of going to a game. Talking years ago, early 2000s.
I was about to say it's pretty. If you saw Shearer play and didn't see him score, but at least saw him score, but it was just not.
Yeah.
Loud. No VAR at that time though.
No.
All right. Your favorite Newcastle goal? You got all the favorites.
The one
Ben Arfa, but which one is yours? Maybe you have a totally different one.
Yeah, I do really like that Ben Arfa goal versus Bolton. That was class. That was. I mean, Messi would have been proud of that one. But
That like.
I mean the Shearer ones. The one against were at Everton and one against Leicester. But the one I can remember where I've like proper die-hard following the Papi Cisse one versus Chelsea. That was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, was it a shot? Was it a cross? Only he knows, but
just to say the beauty of it, let's say it was a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Move on. I'm really curious about this one. Who's your favorite all-time player for Newcastle United?
The main man himself, Shearer.
Yeah.
Second is Shay Given.
Shay Given?
I used to play in goal, and Shay Given was like an inspiration. But Alan Shearer, just everybody wanted to be Shearer, didn't they?
I think 9% of the Newcastle fans have though.
Yeah,
he is. I know actually from Lee, his favorite team player of all time is Les Ferdinand.
Yeah.
So, and actually, Sam and Johnny for the Greenwood and Mulliner show soon will have Nobby Solano on as well as a guest.
Yeah, I saw it earlier today. That's a phenomenal booking. That
The members got the first news to hear it, so maybe I don't know if I already brought it out, but I might spoil it now actually. But I hope I didn't. But it's meant to that they got able to get him on.
Yeah, yeah.
And pretty standard follow-up question on the all-time favorite player. Who's your favorite player in the current squad?
I always seem to gravitate towards the goalkeepers, you know, playing in that position myself previously. So I'll say Martin Dubravka, but I'll admit my phone screen is ASM, Alan Saint-Maximin. It's to watch him. We get talked about as being quite a boring team to watch, unlike the 90s where we're, you know, the entertainers. But when you watch Saint-Maximin, just that flair, and you never know I don't even think he knows what he's going to do. So, you know, it's brilliant to watch. I enjoy watching when he's on the pitch, and obviously without him, we look pretty dire. So,
you know, what I like as well is in Miggy though.
Yeah,
he runs a lot. He's so energetic.
he does run a lot.
Like another Liam quote, but like if even all of the players had this energy and this fighting mentality as Miggy does, we would have probably be high up the table at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, man.
Well,
Go on,
my favourite player did actually at one point used to be John Joe Shelby, and
yeah,
I've put a few comments in on when you know, during fan reaction shows and like what I think's wrong with Shelby, and it's like I don't know if you can remember Rooney, like 2010 sort of. Well, prior to 2010, he used to be really aggressive going into tackles and that was his game. Rooney was the best when he used to get red cards a lot. And I think that's similar sort of thing with John Joe Shelby. When he was aggressive, it was phenomenal. You know, he used to go into tackles hard and he used to get sent off, but, you know, he used to just wear his heart on his sleeve. But now, it's like he's calmed down. It's like he's not that aggressive player. And
I actually mentioned this on the watch along, like exactly what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
Shelby, he is well more behaved. He don't pick up stupid cards anymore, but he don't get that special pass anymore, or, you know, yes, he's doing
suffered for it.
But I prefer more as like giving those special balls, because we're lacking of that, like, and we don't have enough service in the box, you know. So yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. And on the Dubravka one, I totally agree with you, as you can see probably the Slovakian flag there. So yeah, fair enough.
I've just got the championship one, because I mean, if we go down, hopefully that'll give a bit of hope to people who were the champions back then, and who knows, maybe again.
Actually, John Joe Shelby, he was cracking in the championship. Actually, he was leading teams. If he's on point, he's a hell of a player, but it's unfortunate the way, and I think it also comes down to like mismanaging.
Yeah,
he gets the right way, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bruce said to him, "Or you play the way I like you to play, or you'll be on the bench."
Yeah. I think he does stifle players, don't he?
Just coming on that though, because you wrote an article of it actually, or you tipped on it. What do you make of the current situation with Bruce getting like bust ups with players and not managing his team right? Do you think he has to stay on, or what's your take on it?
Well, it's kind of ironic that Matt Ritchie story and Bruce came out on the nearer to the time where Shelby was saying how brilliant of a manager he was, and that bust up, it really does contradict that. It's a lot of fans do say that is, you know, his lost the dressing room, and it's hard to argue. And in all honesty, I mean, not playing a striker against West Brom, is he trying to get sacked? That's what I can't. I think he might be trying to get sacked so he can get his payout.
It really looks that way. It's mental. And bring Carroll on with 30 seconds left. That pissed me right off. Really, that's like the disrespect towards Carroll, the disrespect towards fans. It's like you said. It looks like he wants to be sacked.
Yeah,
really. And what do you make of Graham Jones? Do you think he has really an impact as people might suggest, or do you think Bruce?
I think I think it came in. I think when he first came in that game against Everton, I think it did offer something. I think it was more of a morale boost with the players. You know, fresh face. It's like you get like the whole new manager thing, don't you? When somebody comes in and all of a sudden a team just gets a win out of nowhere, and so I think it offered a morale boost temporarily, but I'm not so sure that it's. I think it's still Bruce running, running the whole thing, pulling the strings. I'd like to see. I mean, if Bruce goes, I wouldn't argue against Jones coming in like an interim sort of role, similar to Chris Hughton did.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, if he's got the, if he can lead the team to safety, it remains to be seen. But I mean, you've got to take anything over Bruce, aren't you? I mean,
I actually think he can't be worse than Steve Bruce though as a tactic.
yeah.
And I think Steve Bruce actually holds him down and says like back the fuck off. So
Yeah.
Like, I really think he's not giving that free role to Jones, which I kind of understand as you're the manager, but you know you're in deep trouble already, even though he denies it. But if someone, it probably has to do with pride that he doesn't allow him to have his say in the tactics or whatever, player picks or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, it's pity, man. But me coming up with this question actually, since I started Newcastle, I supported for like 5-6 years. I've had a lot of bad players actually. Managers. I had Steve McLaren, John Carver, and Steve Bruce, and okay, Rafa Benitez. That was a good one actually. But so this question: worst manager for Newcastle United for you?
I think even though he worked there for a long time, it's got to be the self-proclaimed best manager in the league, John Carver. Only he says that though. But I think we would have done a Sunderland had he stayed, and maybe if we didn't survive that season, if we went on to managers for the next season after that, I think we'd have been down the bottom, and he would have. But who knows? But yeah, I think John Carver.
We haven't been lucky with managers or owners the last couple of how many years, I don't know. I want to come to some sort of lighter stuff with you as well, as we always are like fighting for relegation, and we can only hope, right? So why not stick with hope and come up with this question? I thought it was a pretty fun one that I came up with. What if Newcastle United makes it next year to the Europa League? Which teams do you prefer to play against in the group stage? Do you have like teams in Europe or in Europe where you would love to play against, or because it's like maybe a good away trip, or because you like the team, or you have a sympathy for it?
I mean, they're doing pretty well now, but I mean, if they dropped out the Champions League stage, maybe AC Milan. I mean, it's a good historic club, and
stadium.
Them. Yeah, nice stadium. Yeah. So, AC Milan.
With this question, me saying group stage is like the group is 4 people or 4 teams.
Oh, so, yeah, of course.
We still have 2 left, so if you need to
can we count AC Milan then, or? I mean, well, maybe next season they might drop off, but
doesn't matter what they play now. It's just teams that you would like to play against.
Yeah, AC Milan.
Maybe a Dutch club.
Yeah. Maybe Feyenoord.
Good crowd, good stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. Borussia Mönchengladbach. I've seen them. I saw them in a Champions League game against City actually. One of my mates, my mate's kid, he used to play in City Academy, and that they got Champions League tickets, and they're really good fans.
Yeah.
Oh, Freiburg as well.
Freiburg.
we played them in a friendly a couple of years ago, and
I think it was 2 years ago or something.
not what? Sorry.
I think that was 2 years, 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, and I mean, we lost 1-0, but their support was phenomenal. That'd be a good one.
What would you think about, like, it just comes up to my mind, Newcastle United versus Rangers?
Yeah.
That will be mental, like.
Yeah. Don't Mike actually have some sort of stake in Rangers?
Yeah. He does.
Yeah,
And
so it'd be a bit of a Mike Ashley derby. yeah, that'll be a
now
good
you say
one.
now you say so. It's crazy, actually. Okay, so it will be AC Milan, Feyenoord, and Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah.
Okay, just another question. I'm really curious about who you're gonna pick. Which player would you love to see signed for Newcastle United? Doesn't matter which time era. Doesn't matter that you.
I won't mind seeing I won't mind seeing like a reunion with Almiron with Joseph Martinez from Atlanta. Gosh, Jay in Atlanta would like that one. Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I mean, maybe if we play top him and Callum Wilson, you know, I mean, we do like goals in that squad, so maybe another striker, but it would be a gamble coming from MLS because, you know, it's not the same football, is it? And yeah.
And what about all time? I wonder this one because you basically answered my follow-up question on this one. But what about all times? Like, for example, 5-10 years ago, would you love to sign, for example, Ibrahimovic or whatever?
Ibra. Well, one of my all-time favorite players outside of Newcastle was Ronaldinho. Just to watch him on the ball was incredible. But yeah. I mean, if like we had the takeover back then, money were no object, or like back in like 2008 or whatever, Kaká as well.
Oh, Kaká. Or actually, who we could use really good right now would be Roberto Carlos.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think Lewis would get a game when he's there, like, but yeah, Roberto Carlos, phenomenal left foot.
So yeah, you basically already answered my follow-up question, but like, if the takeover happens, which player to buy first? So you go with Martinez.
I don't know. If the takeover did happen, I'd want to sign somebody who knows the Premier League. Who's, you know, I wouldn't want to take a gamble. If money's, I mean, you know, obviously with financial fair play rules and that, and money is like, you know, but we need somebody who knows the Premier League, who come in, similar to Callum Wilson. It's a tough one, that. I mean, Calvert-Lewin, poaching from Everton. Don't know if it would come like, but it's certainly a good striker for us.
He's a Premier League proven player. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Or Olivier Giroud, you know, just for the time being, he can get up there on end of crosses.
Problem is though, he doesn't want to come to Newcastle.
No.
Because we could have get him on a free, but he just didn't want to come. So.
But would that be down to the aspirations of the club? I mean, if we've got this new owner come in, this big money, suddenly we'd be looking like maybe a push for Europe. Would he want to be a part of Newcastle if we are aiming for the top?
Because it's not bad living in Newcastle either, right? It's good living up there.
Beautiful city.
And yeah, so I think it's also the style of football we play, which might turn players off as well. That they think like, not Newcastle, mate. The way they play, I don't see myself playing there like.
Yeah.
So, do you think the takeover will happen though in the end? Because okay, he of course will go, but like this whole court going on, this whole trial.
Do you know what? I think because of how many times we've been let down in the past. I mean, if you asked me like maybe a month or two into the takeover last year, I would have said, yeah, it's definitely happening. You know, this is on. But right now, it's like everything seems to go against us, and it's hard to be optimistic with a club like Newcastle. It's always something that's like you know you can have this, but it just gets taken away from you instantly. So I think for my own sanity as well, I've got to go with no. I've got to, you know, if you expect the worst, then if the best happens, and you're pleasantly surprised. But no, I don't think we'll get a takeover. Well, not the PIF takeover.
I think if we will get taken over, it will be like we wake up and it's all of a sudden boom, it's there. You know.
Yeah.
You're very in the background, as Mike actually prefers as well. I understand that though. I really understand he wants to keep it low and not much media attention. So from 1 to 10, how likely do you see us getting taken over in like the next 2 years?
Next 2 years, I mean, I think we could get taken over in the next 2 years. I'll give it about 6.5. So I don't think we'll get taken over by PIF and Amanda Staveley. Well, maybe Amanda Staveley. She might bring in some of a consortium, but I think once this is put to bed, this PIF one, I think it'll open the door for other clubs to, you know, because I mean we're obviously still on the table. Mike Ashley wants to recoup his money. I don't know, maybe we'll go to Dubai or something again and try and sell the team there, but. I think we will get a takeover eventually. Mike Ashley can't stay there forever. But it also depends on what league we're in.
Sorry?
It also depends on what league we're in. If we're in Championship, then maybe he'll want to get out of the Championship first. And
there are some players who are saying like, if we get relegated, some people hope we get relegated because then probably Ashley sells up and probably for a cheaper price. I'm not sure with Ashley though, but that's their way of thinking. You probably sell cheaper and then it's more likely to get taken over. And then they take 1 or 2 seasons in Championship. I personally don't, because you know it's my club. I want to see them perform on the highest level. They should be on the highest level. They should at least top 10, and then to take 2 seasons in the Championship again after already 2 relegations I've seen. It's terrible, man. Also, besides that it's really hard to watch the games in the Netherlands. So no, I would never take another relegation.
It's not worth the gamble anyway. I mean, it's all if and buts in it. I mean, if we could definitely get taken over and you know, fire back up to Premier League, then great. But that's not guaranteed. You know, I wouldn't want to risk going into the Championship and then ending up like Sunderland. No way. I mean,
you might end up as imagine.
Yeah.
So, next question is: if Brook gets sacked, which manager you prefer to manage Newcastle? Do you have any ideas?
I think the top 2 on the list is Eddie Howe and Frank Lampard. Lampard last season did well with Chelsea youth with with the ban and that, but transfer ban. But I think Eddie Howe. I don't know if you can remember. I shared a report of an article to the Discord, and somebody wrote in the article that with the limited squad that Bournemouth had, Eddie Howe got them like quite comfortably in the Premier League, like quite high in the Premier League, and I think with a better squad, and let's face it, our squad is a pretty decent squad. It's just mismanaged, but I think Eddie Howe, I do think he could get us top 10. I think so. Yeah, I bring in Eddie Howe.
Okay, fair play. Yeah, I would. There's a point though which concerns me, is that like although he brought them up, Bournemouth, to the Premier League, he also got them relegated again a few times. So it's like, but at least he's more of a technician than Steve Bruce is, or and he plays more attractive football. Not to
Yeah,
mention
yeah,
the last couple of games we play more attractive football, which I really like. It's just we don't have the man to score the goals. Well, we have, but he's injured. So
yeah, yeah.
I would love to see Gale playing though, and give him a run of games. I think he's the most likely the one of the instead of Joelinton and Carroll to score goals.
Yeah, yeah.
Who
Yeah,
would you
I
pick?
mean, yeah, I probably would go with Gale. Yeah, because he does seem to be the better striker. Whereas I don't know. I think Carroll and Joe Linton. I think Carroll's more like a false nine now. If anything, and Joe Linton, I don't think he's a striker. I think
No.
he's better off in. I don't
He
know.
never was before he joined us.
What was that, sorry, mate?
He never was a striker before he joined us.
No, left forward, wasn't it?
Left winger.
Oh, left wing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, is
Overnight.
Joe Linton and Carroll was sort of like similar-ish. I think Carroll's got a better strike than him, but because Joe Linton, I don't know, it's like he just can't seem to hit a ball. It's like that ball turns to lead when he strikes it. He just rolls to the keeper. But Joe Linton he's got good hold-up play, and he seems to be able to find the pass quite well. So maybe like an advanced midfield role, like sort of thing, feeding balls through to the strike. But I think Gale's the man that can get us 1 or 2 goals while Wilson's out. That's
I agree with
been helpful.
I agree. And besides, I think Carroll, his physics, he and his age, he's not up to playing 90 minutes anymore.
No.
Yes,
no.
we can bring him on for like the last 20, 25 minutes, not to be confused with the last 20, 25, 30 seconds. 25 minutes for him is good enough. He can make an impact. You saw it against Tottenham. He was got us a penalty, although I thought it was a light one. That's why I hate the VAR. Actually, good question for you. Are you happy with VAR, or do you think it's bad? It should get banned again, and not
I think
used
it's
anymore.
got potential, but it's too confusing. I mean, you see all these offsides, and where it's like they're offside by a thread in the shirt or something like that. And it's
The whole human part of the sport goes away.
yeah. Well, yeah, there is that. I mean, I think VAR, football was better without VAR, but I mean, it could clean up the sport in theory. You are getting right decisions, but it's like seeing players celebrate twice. It's not right. It's like, you jump out your sofa or off your seat in the stands when you can go there eventually. And it's like, yes. And it's like, oh, hold on, referees at VAR. No. Or yes, it's a goal. And yes, celebrate again. It takes it away. It takes all that energy away.
I totally agree with you, mate. But actually, if you pay for a game ticket, you bought a ticket for a game. At least you get like twice worth your money. You get at least be able to cheer.
Yeah.
No, it's silly, mate. But I don't want to sound as like a genius or whatever, but I think we should more look to how they use VAR with, for example, American football, or even at tennis. At tennis, you use it 3 times per game. If you're wrong, you lose one, or I think twice maybe. Maybe you can only use it 2 times, and I think it is called a challenge or something. And if they're wrong, one. If they're correct, they keep their 2 challenges. So that way, not everything is going to be replayed, or every single thing. I think it takes away the part of the game, and it's ruining the game, really.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
It should be only used on those really important parts, like, for example, with Maradona, those kind of things, or the Champions League final. I forgot who it was, but a silly handball, no intention at all. I mean,
yeah.
Come to some more lighter stuff, though. Your favorite country you have been, or that is on your bucket list?
Well, it's France. I have been to France and I've been to Paris, but That when I was there with school, but I don't know about yourself. I mean, you're from Netherlands. You might be like me, really into cycling. So I'd like to, you know, go for like a cycling trip to France and end it on the Champs Elysees, and you know, just riding around there like they would in the Tour de France, like 21st stage. So yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people when asked that question, they probably say, "Oh, like FIFA, nightclubs, son." No, I don't know. I'm 26, but you know,
I'm not like that either. I'm more like
yeah,
like
a cycling holiday. That's good for me.
if I go travel, I go in a city. I want to feel the culture, see the culture, talk to the
Yeah,
people there, go to small villages, and like yes, we cycle a lot here in the Netherlands. But in the Netherlands, I don't even have a bike. If I go to another country no, I don't. If I go to Czech Republic or Slovakia, I love to cycle there because of the nature there. But here in the Netherlands, try to cycle in Amsterdam. You're a dead man walking or cycling basically. But so France, okay. Any others?
I wouldn't mind seeing the pyramids in Egypt. That'd be a nice one.
All right.
Yeah.
Actually went there.
Have you been? Have you?
Sorry?
Did you say you've been? Did you?
No, my mom. I
your
didn't.
mom.
But yeah, she said it was really good actually.
Yeah.
Just wait, where is this one? Oh wait, sorry, wait. The favorite city you have visited?
Newcastle.
Okay.
Oh, do you mean
Beside
apart from
Newcastle.
Newcastle?
Beside Newcastle.
I used to live in York. That's a really nice place. You know, it's good for history and it's got really nice sights. It's only a small city, so I mean, you can walk around it and you know just get everything about it. And but Paris as well. That's what I remember. That's nice and yeah.
I've never been to York.
Though.
Never been there actually.
What, to York?
No.
Oh, Paris.
And I have been to Paris, but
right.
you know the problem with France is like that French people are living there. Otherwise, it could be a great country, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the French people so much. I love all culture, but I don't know.
So the one memory I do have of being in Paris, we're all queuing up to go to a restaurant. So it's like typical French foods and that, and there were this black SUV car pulled up, and it was like French gangsters, I suppose, or something. Pointed a gun out the window and started laughing at us and sped off. I like. I mean, who points guns at school kids? But that's what they're into.
You got more like funny stories like this or crazy stories?
No, I mean, I've done a few daft stuff in the time, like on my way to football training. Where one of my mates' dads came to pick us up, and he's got like a very like weird sort of car vanish sort of thing. One of them pulled up because train lights were down at the end of my street, and pulled up, and we got in, and we just sat in there. Turned around, realised it weren't him, so we jumped out and did a U-turn and sped off. But apart from that, not really. Just typical like life stories, funny stories. But I mean, to us at that time, it was hilarious. But I don't know, to people listening, it might be like, yeah, done that before.
Right. Next one, I'm not sure if you've been, but I'm just going to throw it out there and see. Have you ever attended a football game in a foreign country?
No, unfortunately, I'd love to, but no.
No? Also not for Newcastle?
What, sorry?
Also not for Newcastle?
For Newcastle?
Yeah, I mean, like, you haven't traveled to like another country for Newcastle to when we used to play Europa League. Actually, Newcastle played in Alkmaar, where I'm from, so that's why I'm asking.
No, it'd be nice to like, but no, I'd love to like your early question, get a season ticket, follow Newcastle around and that, but no, unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to yet. Maybe one day.
if you would play Europa League or even Champions League, who knows? If the takeovers happen, you would definitely go for a trip to another country and see Newcastle play there.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Shit, I lost all my questions. Yeah, man, this is my next one actually. I'm asking this question because I love to travel, so I'm just really curious about people, their experiences and ideas about traveling. So, what's your ideal holiday?
Probably similar to what I said earlier about the biking in Paris and that, but I'd like to just cycle across Europe, really. I mean, that'd be nice. I mean, you see it on TV, like Tour de France and, you know, Giro d'Italia, Vuelta de España. You see all those like nice landscapes, nice scenery, and that. And yeah, I'd love to just go there and experience that.
You've never thought about like taking your bike, starting where you're from, and just start driving through Europe and see where you end up like? Some people.
Yeah, well, weirdly enough, I watched a documentary today whilst on Turbo Trainer. It was this guy that did called Around the World in 80 Days. I think his name was Mark.
Simon Wilson? What's Simon Wilson?
Oh no, it were a documentary. So I think it was named after the film, but it were about somebody riding around countries on his bike and that, and with a team and that. They did it proper professionally with a holiday home and stuff like that, and like a van, like RV van sort of thing. And yeah, just went riding around the world. It's a good watch. I don't know where else you can watch it, but I watched it on something called GCN Plus, which is another YouTube channel. They've branched out and they've got like an app with a similar sort of thing to Netflix. It's all about cycling films, cycling documentaries, stuff like that. So I mean, if you're not a cycling fan, then you won't be interested. Like, but yeah, I like to watch them stuff while I'm on Turbo Trainer. So it's.
So if we ever meet up in real life, mate, and it is in England, you get me a bike, we'll see who do the fastest round. So we set up a route then, you know.
I'll have to get you like a freewheeler or something while I ride on my road bike to give me a chance. But I mean, I'm not. I haven't got the physique of a cyclist, you know. I'm packing a few, you know. I've got a 6-pack, but it's 6-pack of John Smiths. So you know, I haven't got the body of a cyclist, but I do enjoy it.
That's the best part about it, mate. When I cycle in Slovakia or Czech Republic, I just cycle slow, and I don't cycle to be fast. I just cycle for enjoying the moment, and you know, picking and walking. And mostly I have like a lot of beers in my backpack as well when I'm on the bike, because I know how to drive my bike without hands. So I'm just like going around and get wasted slowly. I have to put this in because I just think about it. Give me a sec. Okay. This is maybe the most important questions for today. Favorite beer or drink? Are you a beer drinker?
I do like a John Smith's. But I've tried not to drink for a while. I'm trying to lose weight and that, so I've stayed off at beer all year so far. But yeah, I do like a John Smith's.
Cocktails? You're into cocktails or?
They're alright. I try them. I try a cocktail, but I prefer spirits or beers. Not a fan of lager, but bitters and stouts and yeah.
I got my last question actually for you. Your hobbies?
I bet you can't guess, but cycling.
Okay. Besides
music, really. I like going to Download Festival when it's on.
You like to download what?
Download Festival. It's a festival in like near Derbyshire. It's a heavy metal festival. Metal festival, yeah.
you like rock and heavy metal?
Yeah.
So you go to festivals a lot, if you can.
Yeah. It's and other gigs and stuff like that. Can't remember it. Well, there was somebody on the channel the other day where Lee said, I think he thinks he's the only fan that's into metal, only football fan into metal. And I was sat there on my sofa and I was like, nope, I'm here. I'm a metalhead as well. But yeah, he was on about how he likes Metallica and stuff like that. And I like Metallica too. And
I like Metallica. I'm not really into metal. Well, I like rock for sure. I like rock. I like basically everything really. But metal not really my cup of tea. But yeah, I love to go to festivals though. Like I like my house festivals, deep house, techno, hardstyle, those kind of festivals. But I think I've never been to a metal festival, but I think it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah. I mean, people at festivals are crazy anyway, but metal festivals, they make their own fun out of nothing. It's incredible how they do it, but like just getting like beach balls and running at each other, it's just stupid fun, but it's fun, and they just do it.
Wait, what we're talking about festival? What is it actually? I don't even remember. It's been so long ago since I.
Yeah. I know. What's one of them?
I get like sick to my stomach thinking about the last festival I attended. It's like, hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we can do it in the summer, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. So you got anything you want from your chest besides like where we all talked about, because we're 45 minutes in? Is there anything you want from me? You want to say, or you got a question, or for me, or?
So how did you get into supporting Newcastle? Because obviously you're from the Netherlands and that. So how did it come about?
So I'm a plumber, and I went to school for my plumbing degree, and they said like, you can go to another country, do an apprenticeship, paid apprenticeship there, and if you find one, you can go there and live there for like a year. So I was like, fuck it. I already went to like 2 games of Newcastle. One was actually against Sunderland. So I already loved Newcastle. After the first game I saw, I started paying attention to them because my dad asked me to come with him to the ferry and go to the games first. Before he asked me, I knew the club, but didn't really care about it. And then I felt like I enjoyed it too much in Newcastle. I'm gonna find myself an apprenticeship in Newcastle. I lived a year in Newcastle in Sydney Grove in Fenham. People from Newcastle know what I'm talking about. It's like a neighborhood in Newcastle. It's my house, Sydney Grove, was like 5-minute walk to from my house to the stadium. And I attended every home game. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the away games because you need some sort of special thing. But so that's why. So we are 47 minutes in. I think we had a good talk. I enjoyed talking to you. Finally, we can put a face to Sam West and keep writing those blogs, man, and come to the fan reaction show where we were talking about after the Villa game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll get my article wrote up. I'll be on it.
Great. Thanks for coming on, mate. Thanks for being the first guest. And
no problem. It's a pleasure.
We'll stay in touch, mate.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Everyone, thanks for watching. See you next week with another guest.